Hello, hello, hey, sweet people, and welcome to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. Once again, coming to you live from a park full of birds, helicopters,
Big birds.
the big birds. There's the helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to wait just a second.
Okay.
And we are live. Okay, here we go. Today on the show, first, hey Alexia.
Hi, Foster.
Great to see you.
Great to see you too.
It's been a while.
Yes.
So Alexia, I was thinking about introducing a new segment on the show. Perhaps something that we do maybe once a month, maybe once a week. But one of the most famous dictionaries in the world, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, they do this cool thing at mw.com called Words of the Week.
Okay.
And every week they present, I think, 7 words that for some reason a lot of people were searching for on the internet in the dictionary. And normally these are words that are new to people, or they are words that are really representative of the times. Like there's a reason people are searching for what these words mean. So today I was thinking about, let's just talk about some of those words.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
See, I learn.
Yes, it does. Okay, so the first word we have today, Alexia, is...
What?
Do you want to take a guess at the pronunciation?
Quarantine.
Okay, that was a good guess. It was totally incorrect, but I appreciate your effort. So the first word of the day is quarantine.
I knew it.
So we just talked about the different R sounds in English. Quar. So it's just like the word R, like are you going to the movies? Quar. Quarantine.
Can I just ask you a question about the last episode of the R? I think that a lot of people who are listening to us will be happy about it.
Sure.
How do I say queer? Is it queer? Like queer eye, right?
Queer.
So if I say like the queer community, it's not offensive at all, right?
For me, no.
Okay. So queer, it's like, okay, quarantine, queer, it's different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
So with queer, that is the ear sound, just like ear, deer, beer. And quar is quarantine. Quarantine. Okay, do you know what quarantine is?
Quarentena.
Okay. Can you try to give me a definition in English?
Yes. So it's when someone or a group of people are really, really sick and they need to be isolated from the rest of the world so they can be treated and be safe and not pass the virus or the bacteria to the other people.
Excellent. That was awesome. So the way that Merriam-Webster defines this is that quarantine is a restriction on the movement of people and goods, which is intended to prevent the spread of disease. So pretty much exactly what you said.
Yes, or the opposite, when someone is really ill and can't get any kind of bacteria or virus, like when the immunologic,
the immune system
is really, really down, and the person is very ill, she goes to quarantine as well.
Yeah, I think you could say it in that context as well.
Yeah.
And why do you think millions of people are searching for this word on the internet this week?
Because of coronavirus.
Do we get a virus in English? Virus.
Oh, yeah, coronavirus, sorry.
So confident. Because of that
coronavirus. Coronavirus. Coronavirus.
Okay. We do need to do some work with your R's. Corona. There we go. Coronavirus. Okay. Awesome. So, first word of the week, quarantine. I hope you guys listening in Brazil are safe and not infected. Second word of the week. This was a new one to me. I had never heard this, but the second word is brown shirt.
Brown shirt.
And we are not just talking about a shirt that is the color brown. Have you heard about this?
No idea.
I had never heard about this either, but apparently a brown shirt is a derogatory, it's just a way to call someone a Nazi, apparently.
I had no idea.
Yeah, apparently a lot of the Nazi fighters, they would wear these brown uniforms that had to do with, I think, Mussolini's fighters were wearing black shirts, so it differentiated them. Yeah, so all the Nazis wore brown shirts.
Okay.
And recently, in the U.S. news, a reporter said someone was being a brown shirt, and everyone was like, ew, what does that mean? Does he have poop on his shirt? What's going on? Oh, he's calling him a Nazi.
It's brown and not a good color.
Yeah, so probably not a common word that anyone's going to use, but I think it's an interesting piece of information to know.
Yes, it's very, very important to know because we never know what can happen with the world nowadays. So,
yeah, and if someone's wearing a nice brown shirt, you don't want to say like, hey, brown shirt. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, the third word of the week. Give it to me, Alexia.
Litmus test?
Yes, a litmus test.
Litmus test.
Okay, this is a great pronunciation word because we have what we call a stop T sound.
You guys are not seeing Foster right now, but I am, of course, and he's so happy with this word right now.
Why?
He was giving me the most beautiful smile because he's happy to explain this pronunciation.
Okay, I am very happy to explain it, as always. So, litmus. If I am speaking very slowly and really trying to articulate, I will say litmus.
Litmus.
But if I'm speaking normally in a normal conversation with my normal English, I will say litmus.
Litmus.
Perfect. Excellent.
Thank you.
Can you try that one more time? Litmus.
Litmus.
Nice. So when I'm really speaking slowly and I say litmus, I'm using what we call a true T sound. So the only difference between a true T and a stop T is with the stop T, I am not aspirating. And aspiration is just a complicated way to say I am not making the t sound, right? So instead of saying litmus, I am saying litmus.
Litmus.
Perfect.
But I prefer litmus.
Yeah, both are totally correct. A stop T will give you kind of a more natural accent, perhaps, but they're both fine.
And the chopper is back.
Helicopters returning.
Yes. Should we wave? Hi.
It's kind of weird to see helicopters in Porto.
Maybe it's the mayor going to the airport or something.
Maybe they're quarantining all of the people with coronavirus.
Well, they were here in São João, but we don't have any case here right now.
Okie dokie.
Yet.
So, Alexia, do you know what a litmus test is? Have you ever heard of this word?
No idea. Is this an American thing?
No, it's definitely an international thing. It is a scientific concept. So, a litmus test is a test in which a single factor is the deciding factor. So I believe it comes from chemistry, where, let's just keep going. The helicopters will come and go. Where is he going to land?
I don't know. I think it's right there.
There's literally a helicopter landing on the Douro River right now.
That's weird.
There's a good chance.
Yes, it's landing there.
Porto is under attack right now.
Stop it, Foster. This is Invicta. Invicta City. Porto is Invicta.
Porto.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Stopping. Yeah. Go.
Meu Deus. Okay, helicopter is gone for like 30 seconds. So let's try to talk about a litmus test really fast. So a litmus test, that is a test where a single factor decides everything. I believe this comes from chemistry. Like, for example, if you add a certain chemical to something and it turns red, then you know that it contains that chemical. Let me put it in.
I get it. I get it.
Okay, that's a litmus test, right? Think about your true crime series where they're like, we know it has blood because we put this chemical.
The evidence.
Yes. So, we hear this word a lot in politics. I imagine that's why it's really heavily searched nowadays. So, for example, you could say the political party is using attitudes about gun control as a litmus test for the candidates.
Okay.
Right? Like if you don't pass this test, then
you're out.
You're out.
Okay.
Right. So it's a good... we actually hear this in business a good bit as well. Like if you don't have these certain numbers, that's like a good litmus test to see if you'll be a successful business.
Okay.
Yeah. Think that's a good word to know?
Yes, it is. I would never know that.
Okay. The fourth word of the week is...
Do you want me to say Valentine?
Valentine.
Because of Valentine's Day, early February 14th, everyone was going...
Everyone was doing what?
Was going to search about the meaning of Valentine.
I thought you were going to say everyone was doing something differently.
No.
Yeah, so a Valentine's Day... Valentine can be referring to the sweetheart that is chosen or complimented on Valentine's Day, or it can refer to the gift that is given on Valentine's Day.
So, you are my Valentine?
And you are my Valentine.
Oh.
And last but not least, the final word of the week is a compound word, which means two words together, front runner.
Front runner.
One more time, front runner.
Front runner.
Okay. This is a really good point for Alexia. With words like front, a lot of times when we have an O in, you tend to say front. But remember, this is, again, the schwa sound, ou son du schwa.
Mm-hmm.
So front.
Front.
They're perfect. Excellent.
Front runner.
Front runner.
Front runner.
And do you know what a front runner is?
Yes, the first one in the race.
Exactly. It's the leader.
Yes.
And again, a lot of people are searching for this right now because
of the United States presidential elections.
The Democratic primaries. And currently, who is the front runner?
From the Democrats?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bernie.
Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
Okay.
No comments about it because we are not here to talk about politics.
Bernie 2020! Woo! Medicare for all! Sorry, Mom. Okay. Guys, I really recommend going to m-w.com, looking at the words of the week every week. It's a really fun way to not only learn new vocabulary, but kind of to learn about the world and what's happening in the world in a way that is not like really mean and boring and like everyone's dying, but you're seeing the world through language. And that's what we're trying to do every day on this show. So, despite the chickens and the helicopters, I hope we were relatively successful. Any last words, Alexia?
No, that's it.
Okay. We love you guys. You are our front runners. You are our Valentines. You definitely passed the litmus test. You definitely not going to say brown shirts. And
I hope you're not in quarantine.
One more time.
God. Quarantine.
There we go. Quarantine. Stay safe, my friends, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.